In the movie Mortal Engine, there are some amazing scenes. In one scene, one of the characters says, as he looks at the church, "It's a lie. It's a cover-up. They are building something in there, something that they don't want anyone to see." In another scene, another character says, "Be careful, child. Whatever it is they are doing in that church has nothing to do with God." Now these scenes beg the question, is this just a movie, or is this fictional movie revealing facts? Is the Vatican building something, and are they doing it in the name of God? Let's see what facts are found in this so-called fictional movie. Now before we go snooping around, let's look at the storyline. The movie takes place in the future, a post-apocalyptic time. Now how did the land become so desolate? It was destroyed by a weapon. And because the land is so unforgiving, people were forced to build huge cities that are mobile. And one of the biggest cities is Britain. And at the top of the city is a church. Apparently, in the movie, Britain is trying to take over all mobile cities by eating them up and taking the people, and using the spare parts and metal as fuel to keep Britain moving. And the goal is to have total world dominion. Now how are they going to achieve this objective? While the captain's assistant is secretly gathering old knowledge or old technology to build the same weapon that the past used to destroy the land and the cities. Now one day, the wife of the assistant found the missing pieces. She was an archaeologist. Now this woman is the wife to the assistant. He caught wind of this and he killed his own wife to gain this knowledge. But before she died, she had a chance to give her daughter the key to reveal and destroy the weapon. Now at this point, the daughter got away and was taken care of by a monster. While she was with this monster, she made an oath with him that she would be just like him in character. Now when she got older, she started fighting the dad, which is the assistant. And then she broke the promise that she made to the monster, so now her dad and the monster are trying to kill her. Now the dad caught wind of this and released the monster so that it would kill her for him. Why? Because she had the keys to reveal his plans and the key to destroy the weapon. As time goes by, the captain's assistant builds the weapon secretly inside the church. And at one point, he kills the captain and takes over the city. And now tries to take over the world. Now at the end, the city of Britain along with the church is destroyed. And the people are allowed to enter into a type of heaven. Now I think we have enough information, enough key points where we can investigate to see if these are fact. Is the church gathering secret knowledge? Did it kill a woman? Is there a key out there to reveal the truth about this church, about a weapon that they're building? And was the woman protected for a time? And did the father or the church release an old monster to kill the woman? Now let's look at the church. Now it's obvious that the church on top of the city represents the Vatican in Rome. And here, they show a blueprint of the church. And here we have an aerial view of the Vatican. So this movie is telling us a story about Rome. Now if this is the case, that means that we should be able to find the Pope of Rome. Now here are some amazing parallels. I would like to suggest that the captain symbolizes Pope Benedict, because a captain and Benedict wore scarlet color, and the assistant symbolizes Pope Francis. Now, why do I say Pope Francis? Well, at first I thought it was Pope John Paul, because in the movie the assistant survives an assassination attempt, just like Pope John Paul II did.
A terrible quiet fell on the thousands who were gathered at St. Peter's Square at the Vatican today. A shocked quiet. 10,000 or more had come to receive the blessing of Pope John Paul. Instead, amongst the cheering and the peal of bells announcing the arrival of the Pope, they heard gunfire and saw the Pope turn pale and collapse, bloody, into the arms of his aides. Pope John Paul II had been shot. A Turkish terrorist who had threatened to kill the Pope 2 years ago is being held tonight by Italian police, the main suspect in the shooting.
But this is why I think Francis is a more accurate depiction. Here the assistant is wearing black, and his scientist is wearing white. Now it's a fact that Pope Francis wears black underneath his white robe. Now why does he do this? It is because he is the first Jesuit to be Pope. The Jesuits wear black, and the Pope wears white.
And he was remarkably at peace and did not seem to be rattled, did not seem to agonize over things, just was a man of resignation, which is a beautiful Jesuit charism. As you know, he's a Jesuit. The founder of the Jesuits, St. Ignatius Loyola, was the master in the art of discernment.
Pope Francis, groundbreaking in so many ways. First Jesuit, Pope, first Francis, Pope, also the first Pope from Latin.
Now in the movie, the assistant kills the captain and takes over his position. And the same event happened to Benedict and Francis. Even though Francis didn't shoot Benedict, Benedict as Pope was short-lived because Benedict did something that was unheard of. He retired and Francis took over his position.
Splendor in the Roman sunlight, but in the nearly 400 years Michelangelo's great dome has towered over this city, nothing like today had ever happened here. The cardinals gathered in the Sala Clementina of the Apostolic Palace, the hall where the bodies of popes are first laid after death. But this was a living farewell. He entered slowly, an old man ready to lay down the burden of the papacy.
Let's move to you. There is a scene with you and Mike Resendez. In fact, let's just play this, then we'll talk to you about it.
So, I pull out the 14 most damning docs and I attach them to my motion. And they prove everything. Everything. About the church, about the bishops, about law.
And it's all public. Because your motion to oppose Roger's motion is public.
Yeah, exactly. Now you're paying attention.
And so I could just walk into that courthouse right now and get those documents?
No, you cannot. Because the documents are not there.
But you just said they're public.
I know I did. But this is Boston. And the church does not want them to be found. So, they are not there.
Mitch, are you telling me that the Catholic Church removed legal documents from that courthouse?
Look, I'm not crazy. I'm not paranoid. I'm experienced. Check the docket. You'll see. They control everything.
Accurate?
Very accurate.
They literally had the documents removed. Obviously, no right to do so.
Not there.
You think it's not true?
Yeah.
So we're 12 years out. I want to get back to what you said before. You said things are not any better, or they're just not enough better.
They're worse.
What does that mean, worse?
They've gone back into hiding. The publicity's gone in terms of the way church operates now. Now they're telling victims, we don't want to bother with this claim. It was an order priest. That's not a priest from the Archdiocese of Boston. We don't understand what happened here because the priest who was alive is saying it didn't happen. Therefore, we don't want to have a hearing. They've taken a step backwards. This entity is not going to change. The worth of this movie is the message it's sending to the public to watch your children when they were priests.
But do you think it has any potential, I don't want to be overly optimistic, to force the church to stop doing the things you say it continues to do?
How are you going to do it? They operate in secrecy. Canon law says these matters, when looked into, shall be kept secret.
Are you as concerned? I'm a Bishop Accountability.
Division destroys our credibility. It is fear that keeps us separated, because fear is false evidence appearing real. It's an acronym. F-E-A-R, false evidence appearing real. Because most of your fear is based on propaganda. Now, why is it historic? Because in 1999, the Roman Catholic Church and the Protestant Lutheran Church signed an agreement that brought an end to the protest. Brothers and sisters, Luther's protest is over. Is yours. In 1999, this was signed by the Lutheran Church, the Federation Worldwide. Later, about 5 years later, the Worldwide Methodists signed the same agreement, but as of today, we still have had no Protestant evangelical that will stand up and sign this agreement to agree with our brothers and sisters that we are saved by grace through faith to good works. There's a challenge for you. So the protest has been over for 15 years. And I get a bit cheeky here because I challenge my Protestant pastor friends. If there is no more protest, how can there be a Protestant church? Maybe we're all Catholics again. The protest is over. The protest is over. So let me pray, and then we'll start the video.
Ma dobbiamo trovarci come fratelli e dobbiamo piangere insieme, come ha fatto Giuseppe, quel pianto che unisce, il pianto dell'amore. Io vi parlo come fratello. E vi parlo così semplicemente, con gioia e nostalgia. Facciamo crescere la nostalgia, perché questo ci spingerà a trovarci, abbracciarci e a lodare Gesù Cristo come unico l'unico Signore della storia. Vi ringrazio tanto per sentirmi. Vi ringrazio tanto per lasciarmi parlare la lingua del cuore. E vi chiedo anche un favore, di pregare per me perché ho bisogno delle vostre preghiere. Io prego per voi, lo farò, ma io ho bisogno delle vostre preghiere e pregare al Signore perché ci unisca tutti. E avanti, siamo fratelli, ci diamo spiritualmente questo abbraccio e lasciamo che il Signore finisca l'opera che Lui ha incominciato. Perché questo è un miracolo, il miracolo dell'unità è incominciato. E dice uno scrittore italiano, il Manzoni, famoso, dice questa frase in un romanzo, un uomo semplice del popolo dice questa frase: non ho trovato mai che il Signore abbia incominciato un miracolo senza finirlo bene. Lui finirà bene questo miracolo dell'unità.
Oh, glory, glory, glory. Tony, thank you, sir. Come on, the man asked us to pray for him. Oh, Father. Father, we answer his request. And since we know not how to pray for him as we ought, other than to agree with him in his quest and in his heart for the unity of the body of Christ, we come together in the unity of our faith. Hallelujah. Tony, bring your phone in. Come here. My dear sir, thank you so from the bottom of our hearts. All of these leaders represent literally tens of thousands of people that love you, that believe God with you, and in answer to your request, we have just prayed for you and with you, and we did so in the Spirit. And we believe we receive, according to the words of Jesus in Mark 11:24. Whatsoever thing you desire when you pray, believe you receive them, and you shall have them. We do bless you. We receive your blessing. It's very, very important to us. And we bless you with all of our hearts. We bless you with all of our souls. We bless you with all of our might. And we thank you, sir. We thank God for you. And so, all of us declare together, be blessed. Once again, all together, be blessed. Amen. 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 Amen.
Here we find the name of a king. Could it be that Rome has gathered or inherited ancient knowledge and power from the king of Babylon? fact is indeed stranger than fiction. And in this case, fiction is fact. Now make sure to like, share, and subscribe, because next time we're going to reveal the truth. Did Rome kill a woman? Is there a key to reveal their plans? Was a woman taken care of for a time? Did Rome release a monster? And what is the agenda of Rome? Are they building a weapon? Now you make the choice. Is it fact or is it fiction?